So, as I said, I would park up there at the Dell, and I feel all this energy going through across Chequers, and I recognised it because I travelled the whole of the ridge when I worked with the sacred sites, and I realised it went through Chequers, and that's how this all came about, because I wanted, you know, the Ridgeway is owned by the people. It's a 6,000-year-old track, and at some point it may have been in the enclosure acts. On some of the posts I put out, someone saying that Maggie Thatcher closed down all the walks around Chequers because she was worried about snipers, which isn't surprising.
No, that would, yeah. That'd be a definite possibility, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So, and you can see that it makes a cup shape, and this is important in healing work because it's the shape of the chalice. And you can see at Chequers they've actually made the roads in the same shape, pointing in the same direction. So whoever made it, whether it was the Templars or whoever, they knew the sacred geometry of it, and Beacon Hill makes the shape of a prayer, and these are the two fundamental kind of archetypal things, the chalice and the prayer really. The chalice is more female and the prayer is more male, so it's got those qualities there. It's a powerful site, it's not just the ridgeways there. This is the boundary around Chequers. You can't go in there, so you lose that whole area of it. This is where we're told it goes. There's no ridge there at all. It's just a made-up route to take you around Chequers, so you just lose access to that whole.
That I would have done then, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the bit. And everybody walks that thinking, oh yeah, this is it, because it's all surrounded in trees, and it's very difficult to get to Beacon Hill. So nobody actually realises where the actual ridge is, or don't even look. You know, I didn't think, oh yeah, they've moved it. You just kind of trust what you're told is true. This is Beacon Hill from Coombe Hill. There's burial mounds at the front, and I think where these trees are, they were burial mounds as well. And you only get access to the front half of Beacon Hill. That's Chequers from Coombe Hill. Now you can see the ridge. You can see the ridge actually coming to Beacon Hill. It goes on, and then Beacon Hill is part of the ridge. You can see it dropping down through Chequers here. So that's, you can, once you know where it is, you can actually see it. So there it is. There's the boundary, so you lose that whole area. Just go through these pictures. That's looking the other way. You can see the cup in between. There's the kind of cup shape. There it is, the ridge along Beacon Hill. And there's that. So when I'm teaching it's meditation, we go much more slowly, and we work with the different energies of it. That's a very powerful ring. You know, you have circles along the ridgeway, they've normally got stones, but that is just a natural one towards the front, which is a natural healing energy place. And you've got a little burial mound. You can see the church at the bottom, and you can tell when you're on significant kind of sacred sites, there's always a church, nearly always a church at the bottom of them. There's the church. Yeah. The gatekeeper's cottage is also a significant energy point up that, and you can see where people over the millennia have used Beacon Hill, have walked from the church up to Beacon Hill. There's the other way looking up Beacon Hill. There's where I hang out in the town.
Oh, right, okay.
That's where I park my van and make my videos and stuff. This is the line. This is also an energy line from Chequers running down to the pond. This is the stem of the cup. There's Chequers. Now there's a road from Chequers directly, that used to be used, the original occupants, they would walk back and forth to the church, and then this would have been the gatekeeper's cottage or the I forgot, the gameskeeper's cottage. And that you can see how that makes a perfect, or pretty well perfect cup, perfect chalice with these ancient roots here. And it's exactly from the dell to the top of Coombe Hill is the exact same distance as it is to, so there's something in the geometry of it that we also use in healing that's very exact, and it also separates the shape of the prayer out, so you get a distinct cup and prayer. So that is what we use in the healing. And for me, it's not just we've lost a section of the Ridgeway. For me, we've lost a very important section of the Ridgeway. It is a sacred site. I'm working with people, and we're going to start going up to Beacon Hill and running the little healing groups there. But we would really like access to walk this, because the energy lines, what was a pilgrimage route, and it has got ley lines, and a pilgrimage route is like a meditation, but the meditation is walking, and that's what builds up the energy of it. So if you have areas of the Ridgeway that aren't walked, the whole thing loses its energy. So for us, it's important that we have access to that. And my feeling with this was, with Jeremy Corbyn, I don't think he will want the opulence of living in Chequers. I think he'll be quite happy.
I can't imagine that he would actually.
Yeah.
Probably happy in Islington, isn't he?
Yeah. So you know, if he gets into power, I think it would be a really nice gesture if he gave that back to the people, because this side of it is all National Trust, and this side of it is the Chequers Estate Trust, so that's all open to people, and we've just lost the centre of what is the sacred site in it. And on a more political side, let's just go back. So this was from a while back. This is how much it costs a year.
That sort of agitates me, and it agitates, I'm sure, quite an awful lot of people.
Now that is just
That's the iceberg, isn't it?
That is just to the domestic staff. If you think of the security operation, because I've met them, you know, they're highly trained, they're there all the time.
You wouldn't see them, but